Hi guys, it's me Danielle Danny Buttons, and I'm back today with a coloring cart tour. I had a request on my room tour video to show you my coloring cart and supplies, so here she is in all her glory. I think I'm going to give you this overview and then actually turn you around and take the supplies out and show you that way, because I think that will make it easier for everyone to see, and that way it'll be less shaky because I'm just holding it in my hand right now. So first, I'll show you where everything is overall, and then again, I'll flip you around. So this bottom shelf has my big markers and then long stuff that can't stand on its own. This middle shelf has everything in pencil cases. And the top shelf is where I keep coloring books that I'm planning on working on this current month, and my color charts, Prismacolors, and then I have that bucket over there that I will show you too. So stay tuned. Okay, so I turned you around and now we're on my monopod facing the desk, and you might see my microphone peek out every once in a while, but I have the whole first shelf or bottom shelf of my cart next to me to show you, and the first thing are these Cali Art markers. This is the 100 pack of Cali Art alcohol markers. I'm going to attempt to link as much as I can in the description, but obviously it's going to be a whole bunch of stuff and I don't know what I'll be able to find. These were a gift from my friend Dave. They're a great deal for alcohol markers. I want to say they were probably around $40, and there they all are. They're mostly just thrown in there. I tried to keep them in color order as much as I could. My one complaint about these is that the caps don't necessarily match what the color is. So I have a swatch book. This is actually a sneak peek from the top shelf, but let's just pick a random one. Let's see, R503, R503. As you can see, that's not the greatest match, but obviously once you have it all swatched out, it's easy. I am not good with markers, so I definitely wanted to get a cost-effective set to try and practice and learn with. I'm almost predominantly straight color with these. Well, I definitely straight color with these because I don't know how to do anything else yet, but it's fun to learn, and I love using these in my mandala books, especially on Create Space paper. So I enjoy those a lot. Then I have this pencil case, and this is actually more of my bullet journal pens and planner pens. So I have a bunch of Sharpies in the ultrafine tip, and then I have my set of Papermate Inkjoy gel pens. These are one of my favorite pens. I actually haven't used these recently because I think they're going to leak through my current journal, but I just love these for regular writing whenever I need to do that. I never remember to use permanent markers in my coloring, but they're down there. So the bag is from Ipsy. I used to subscribe, and one of the best things about Ipsy, it's a makeup subscription, was getting these bags every month. So I don't know what that says. I'm sorry, through my last video too, I kept getting emails, and I don't know why. They're all spam emails, but that's what that sound is. I guess since this slid out, I'll show you next. I have 2 packs of Tombow dual brush pens. Now that I have them, they're not my favorite for coloring, but what can you do? I use the black to do the outlines in my Disney color by numbers, and I actually really enjoy it for that because they're water-based, so they don't bleed through the paper. They're supposedly blendable. Again, I'm not talented with markers, so I can't confirm that. I certainly don't know how to blend them, but I'm sure they are blendable if it says so, I guess. These, I enjoy them, but I'm not great with them at making things look nice. And since they're water-based, if you get them next to each other, they will bleed into each other. I guess that's what blendable really means. So it's kind of hard to color with them, especially in my Disney coloring books, because there's not necessarily lines between each thing. The colors go right up next to each other. I don't know if that makes sense. If you've seen my Disney coloring books, I hope you'll understand what I mean. But I did buy the Bright palette and the Portrait palette. I think they were on sale like 2 for 1 at Michael's. There's a whole bunch of sets. I think there's 90 colors in total, but these are the 2 that I have. I don't know if I'll be purchasing more of those. Maybe if they go on super good deal. The next 2 things, let's see if I can get them out. Where did the other one go? Where did the other one go? It's in my closet. All right, well, the next one thing, and I'll show you the other in a second, is this watercolor set from Michaels. These are their brand, which I can't remember the name of right this second. I don't know. It's Michaels brand, and these were $5 full price. Whoa, this popped out. That's fun. Didn't know that was going to happen. But this is the pearlescent palette. So all of these are pearly and very, very shimmery. I like to use these on underwater scenes a lot. It's fun to add some shine. Some of them aren't shining as well in the camera, but when you water them up, they look real nice. So for $5, that was a great deal, and it comes with how many colors? 4, 8, 12, 16, 24, 28 colors, and the little brush. I always use my water brushes for these, which are the Zig water brushes, which is this bad boy, and there's water in the barrel, so you can just squeeze it out and it wets itself, and then you really don't even need to have a cup to rinse the brush. It's useful if you are in some place you can do that, but if you're on the move somewhere, you don't need to. You just need a paper towel to wipe it off and then re-wet it. So, love that. I also have the solids that are not pearlescent from Michaels that were also $5, but they're in my closet, so I will show you when I get the next shelf worth of stuff out. Yeah, I really like these. I haven't used these too often. They're comparatively new, so there's that. Then these I actually have not used at all yet, but these are twist crayons that I got in Disney World. They were $7, which is pretty crazy because I was looking to get my friend a gift, and I was going to get her a deck of cards because we love playing games together, but a deck of cards was $10. I was like, what? So I found these, and I just saw that they were only $7, and we were both big into coloring, so I got these. I really love twist crayons. Like my whole life, I've always loved twist crayons. So it has like the Fab 5 on there. I don't know if you can see them that well. There's Goofy, Donald. They're on there, I promise. But yeah, I love these, and I love these for travel because obviously you can just twist them, and then there's more tip, and it's easy to carry these around. I found a tip somewhere, possibly about a year ago at this point, that you can put these through your sharpener and make them pointier, and that's really helpful for using these. So there's that. Then I have my other planner pens. This pouch was actually from a planner kit that I got, and this has my 48 pack of Staedtler Tri Plus fine liners. So there they are. I love these pens for journaling. I have tried using them for coloring before, and they definitely work, but I ended up using them on this giant page, and it was almost drying it out on just the one page. So I mostly stick to just journaling with these, but if I need one tiny color, I will grab these. Okay, then for Christmas, these next two things, I got these Pebbles chalks. This is the basic bright. I know there's at least 2 more sets of these. I think there's a pastel set, and there is a like neutrals or earth tones set is what it's called. But these are basically chalk pastels, and it comes with this fun guy that grabs the different cotton swabs, and then you just kind of rub your cotton swab in there and then rub it all over your page. I've been trying to use these more for backgrounds, which has been useful for me, and I'm not very good yet at blending these either, so a lot of my coloring is just straight coloring, but it works for me. I don't know. So yeah, it's got a bunch of colors in there. Does it say how many colors we have? It says 30, so 30 colors. There you go. I enjoyed this. I think this was about $15 from Amazon, but I got it as a Christmas gift, so I'm not positive. How did this go? This way. So that was definitely helpful, and I find that for the most part you can mix the colors together, so this basics is a very good starting point, definitely. I don't know how quickly I would need the other ones. So okay, then this set my dad actually got me for Christmas, which was a surprise. He's not the biggest coloring supporter. He doesn't really get it like we get it, you know. He doesn't understand why we would color, but so it was very nice when he got these for me. This is, how many are in here? This was one of the Crayola like premium sets that they've come out with. Honestly, this packaging to me is kind of a waste because it's this huge tin for, I want to say, 16 different pens, but they're all double-sided and it's 2 different colors. So they have their names. So this side is Orange Circuit and this side is Tiger Orange. But what I don't like is that the tips are 2 different sizes. And that's not the best when they're different colors, because I end up wanting the big tip for a bigger area, but I want the small color. So I definitely appreciate that he got these for me, and I have used these before. They're also water-based. So I don't know what they're called, though. I apologize, because again, the tin is giant and doesn't even have any information on it. So, but this was like, I think their Crayola Professionals line or something like that, which of course means that these were definitely cost efficient. So that's nice. And then finally on my bottom shelf, I have the Kuretake watercolors. These are my fancy guys. Like, there's glare because they're too fancy. Come out. This is, I want to say, the 36 set, right? 4, 8, 12, 16, 24, 8. Yeah, 36 watercolors. This is all in Japanese, or so I've been told. So the back has a place for you to swatch everything out. Obviously, it's very useful to have the swatches because some of these are so dark you can't really see what's going on. These are very nice. I like these a lot. What's nice about these too is that they're each in their own little palette. I don't know what these are called. But so if you're working on a big ocean scene, you can take this out and hold it with you instead of having this on your space. So I definitely enjoy that. And this was actually a gift from my best friend Lydia. So I get a lot of coloring gifts because my whole wish list is coloring stuff. So yeah, that's the whole bottom shelf. I'm going to put this away and take out the next shelf 2. This is the middle shelf on the cart, and I have some big guys on here. So this is my 150 set of Prismacolors. I don't know the name of this pencil case. I can look it up, but I'm not positive. I just liked it because of the purple. But honestly, I'm not sure if this is my favorite pencil case because this is a big boy. This is a large guy. It actually comes with a shoulder strap, but I don't have it on right now because right now I just keep it in my cart, so I don't need to bring it anywhere. I have all the colors in order. I put them in the order though, so I don't know if there's like an official order. But then I, in my swatch book, swatched them in the order I have them in here. So it actually has extra slots, I guess 160-ish slots. So I have extra blenders in the end and then extra of some of the skin tones because these I was using a lot for, again, my Disney coloring books. I make a lot of purchases based on those coloring books, which you will see. So this Mr. Sam got me for Christmas, I guess 2 years ago. I don't know. Might have been my birthday. I don't know. We've got this on a good deal, though. You always look out. Prismacolors go on different deals all the time. Then I have the 72 double-ended fiber tip markers from Statler. Excuse me. Sorry, hopefully I covered the mic and that was a lot quieter. So these markers I like a lot. They are water-based. I, again, use these predominantly in my Disney books. You can use them other places, obviously, but I like these because they are double-sided and it's the same color. So it has a fatter side and it has a fine liner side. So this is real nice for doing details, or I like to outline the area with the fine side and then fill it in with the fatter side. They're in no particular order, and the negative to these is they do not have numbers or color names on them, so I haven't swatched these out, so that can be frustrating. But I usually just have a little paper next to me that I test the color. So this comes in the 36 set and the 72. I think 72 is the biggest I found. These are also super affordable. I want to say these were about $20, definitely less than $30. So if you're looking for some markers, they're pretty good. Then I have some of these containers. Let's show you. I have an empty one, so I have room to grow. So there's that on the bottom. Then this one, I have my Super Tips, Crayola Super Tips. These, I ended up labeling them directly. They also do not have color names on them. It's weird because Crayola, the box will say all the color names, but there's no way to match them up. So I don't understand what they want from us. So what I did was took labels and I colored with that color on the label and then stuck the label right on there. And that's been pretty useful for me. There is a bigger pack. This is the 50 pack of what are these called? Super Tips, excuse me. And there is a 100 pack. I have not purchased it yet. We'll see where we go. For now, I don't need it. Some of these have dried up like crazy dry. Like, what happened to that? I don't understand. So, I don't know. For me, they're not my favorite, but I could have gotten a dud pack too. I think only 2 have dried up like that. Also, in the 50 pack, there's like a ton. There's like 5 greens that are almost the exact same, which is kind of frustrating when you're only getting 50 colors. But who knows? Maybe the 100 pack would be better. Then I have the 100 pack, speaking of Crayola. The 100 pack of their color pencils. I really like these. These were super affordable too. And as you can guess, I predominantly use these in my Disney coloring because I don't want to be doing a huge area in my Prismacolors and having to sharpen 6 times just for one space. So I don't mind sharpening these as much as I need them. These do have color names right on there, which is useful, but I haven't swatched them because since I just keep them in this bucket, it's not like I'd be able to really find it anyway. So usually what I do is I'll put half in each side and then just kind of go through it, or I'll like take a handful, take every green out, and then put it in the other side. Then do that until I have all the greens, and then I'll swatch just the greens. It's been working for me so far. If that doesn't end up working out, I'll probably sorry, I just got a comment on my other video, which I'll have to read when I'm done filming this little bit. But yeah, if this doesn't end up working out, I can always swatch it because my swatch book definitely has base, but it just didn't seem worth the time at the time. So that's that one. And then in my final pencil box, I actually have 2 sets of things together, and both of these I use predominantly for bullet journaling and planning, but I have definitely used them for coloring before, and they're just great. So I have the Zebra mild liners, and these are awesome. They're actually highlighters, so they have a nice highlighting chisel tip, but a lot of people don't realize they also have a nice fine liner tip in there, and these come out very soft and pastel-y, and I love them. And I have, I think, the basic 15 set, and they keep coming out with more and more, so I could invest in more of these. I never know which ones I have. They do have names on there. Oh, look at how grown out my nails are. I'm going to get them done tomorrow. I apologize. But yeah, they do have names on there, which is useful. I don't have these swatched because, again, I don't use them for coloring too often, but I do sometimes, especially the gray is like my favorite. And then these are one of my favorite supplies. These are the Pentel Sparkle Pops. These are the sparkliest gel pens I've ever seen. They're so sparkly. And these are all duochrome, so they all change color slightly. I'm just going to draw right on my hand. So this is the black, and it's actually black and red. So let's see if you can see. Do you see how in different lights it looks red? And do you see how sparkly that is? Oof, I love it so much. I started coloring with these, and it like drained my ink. And I was like, no, I need to protect these precious babies. So I very rarely use them for coloring. I might just need to see if I can find a backup set, and then I'll use them more. But I do have them both, so they're in there. Next, speaking of my twistable crayons, I have another tiny pouch. Ooh, my coloring got weird. What happened here? Coloring. There we go. I have another tiny pouch of the Crayola Twistables. I want to say this is a 24 set. And again, I love these for travel because these were probably $8 at most. So I don't mind throwing these in my bag. If something were to happen to them, I'd be sad, but it wouldn't be the biggest investment. And it has a nice variety of colors, and as you can see on some of them, they all at one point were sharpened, but I've used some of them back down. So I enjoy those. I use these specifically in my 1,000 Bears, I think is the name of it. We'll see it on the next shelf. So, like those a lot. And the next one. Okay, so this is the other style of pencil case that's popular. And this is a 72 set, which is why it's smaller. I don't know if I like this case any better, so I think I'm just picky. I'm going to open all of them. We'll flip through. But this is my Derwent Inktense pencils, and I really wanted watercolor pencils and then decided to get these instead. So honestly, I might still be in the market for watercolors because these are gorgeous, but these are bold. As the name implies, these are very intense. And the difference with these is instead of turning into a watercolor, they turn into ink. So once it is activated and wet, you have very little time to get it where you want, and then it's done. It will not move anymore, which has its pros and cons, of course, because if you go back later and get that area wet, it won't get messed up. But if you wanted to blend later, you really cannot. You could, of course, layer, but once the color is down, it's down. So these have names on them, numbers on them, and all of their colors at the bottom. They're intense. I have a hard time. There's really no skin colors, in my opinion, in here. So I don't know. I have these swatched out too. I don't think I've had to sharpen any of them yet, though. There's so much pigment in here. Sometimes I will just directly take my water brush and just brush off the tips instead of coloring first. So I definitely enjoy these, and yeah. My problem with this case is that these pencils are a little fatter than normal, and the case can't really handle it. So if you see, if I take that out, you can't really tell it's gone because they're all stretched real thin in there. So I don't know, but there's that. But yeah, gray and purple are my favorite colors, so that's why those are my two pencil cases. Okay, two things left. Both of these things are from Color It. They make coloring books and they make supplies. So what I love about Color It, they are also very affordable, and so far they all come with cases. So these are my Color It color brush pens. This is, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 28 pack, I guess. And I'll take one randomly out. These are brush pens, so that has a paintbrush texture at the top. I am medium about how these work, though. Again, it's probably just me not knowing how to blend things, but these are refillable. You can untwist this and put more ink in here. But what's confusing to me about this is the whole set was $20, and that included the case and all of the whatever. Each ink refill is, I want to say, $6 full price, which obviously 3 ink refills already is the cost of a new one, basically. So it's up in the air whether or not you want refills or not. I mean, I guess I'm pretty sure it said each ink refill gets 6-ish refills in it. So if you are going to be using these a whole heckin' ton, maybe that's worth the investment for you. We'll see. I mean, I think if I wanted to maybe just get like the refill for, is there even black? Yeah, the black was in the middle. If I just want to get the black refill and use that a lot or whatever, maybe that would be worth it, 1 or 2 colors at a time. But I don't know. But these were also a gift, as you can guess. So I definitely enjoy playing with these. But I don't know. We'll see if I buy any refills for that. And then next, this is probably one of my favorite supplies of all that I have. It is also from Color It, and it is the beautiful glitter gel pens from Color It. So I think this is 48. I'm not positive. But these are beautiful, beautiful glitter gel pens. They are also super glittery. Let's take another random color and try it on my hand. And let's see if this glitter will show. Yeah, so glittery. And these are amazing. Again, I want to say this was between $20 and $25. You got all of the pens, you got the case, and you also got a refill for every single pen. What's awesome about these is that they're gel pens that are named. I really haven't encountered that very often. I don't know if I'm not looking in the right place, but they all have names, and the refill tubes actually have the name too. So when this is empty, you can put the refill in and know which one it is. So these are awesome. Also, if you want to buy just the refills, I think it's $10 for the whole set, which is still a hugely good deal. So I love these a lot. I've been doing mandalas. That's what I've been obsessed with this month, and I have been doing usually 3 or 4 solid colors in my Cali Art markers and then 1 or 2 glitter, and it's great. I will say this will come off on your hand, like rub off just the glitter, but it doesn't get on your stuff, and I kind of love it. So sometimes when I'm done with the page, I'll just go like this and just have glitter hands. So there's that. Okay, that's shelf 2. So I'm going to pause again and show you what's on top. There's not many supplies on top, and I'll be right back. Okay, my top shelf has very little in it supplies-wise, so we'll go through this nice and quick. I have my original 48 Prismacolors. I got this as a gift from my now mother-in-law for Christmas 5 years ago, I want to say, and she got this for me with my first Joanna Basford book, which was essentially my intro into adult coloring instead of just generic coloring. So I love these. I have been enjoying just using these even though I have the bigger set. 1, it's nice and small and it goes on my desk real easy. 2, I feel much more confident using these knowing I have a backup. And 3, I feel kind of cool like using them up. So it's like, look how tiny this is. And I've gone through multiple blenders, and it's pretty awesome. So that's that set. So yeah, I also bring this up because if you can't afford to get a big set, this works really well. A majority of my pages, I just use this. Again, I'm not really a huge blender, so I'm not layering 20 colors together, but for straight coloring, this will more than do the job you need it to do. Ooh, we got some good shadows going on now. It's getting real dark outside, which I think is affecting us inside. Or is it just lighting again? I don't know. Okay, I went in my closet and got the other pack of watercolors. Again, from Michaels for, I want to say $5, and that's full price. So it's part of their everyday value program, so you can't use coupons on it, but for $5, it's a great deal. I think these are nice enough quality. I obviously haven't had incredibly expensive quality, so I can't tell you how it necessarily compares, but I use these all the time. I use these in scrapbooking a lot. I'll just get my brush really wet and then splatter all over the place, and I'll use this to paint embellishments and change the color. Use these everywhere. Love these a lot. For $5, you can't go wrong. I bring this with me a lot. So, okay. Then, almost finally, we're getting there. I have this UB pencil case, and it is a really cool one. It's from Target, and it actually stands. So this slides down, and then it can stand on your desk. So this is what I brought on our cruise, and this right now is where I have all of my second set of Statler dual tips. This was the 36 set that I originally had, and I've actually just put tape labels with the numbers for my Sun Life Drawing color by number mandalas. So every single page in that book has the same number key, so I ended up just taking this whole set, now that I have the second set, and labeling the 22 colors. So I just keep this with me, keep this around, and again, I brought this with me on my cruise, and it's super useful, and I really love this case. So finally, hanging off of the side of my cart is this little bucket. I keep a little bit random in here, but coloring related. Of course, I've dumped everything everywhere. So I have this is actually a tiny little witch's cauldron for Halloween, and I had a 6-pack of these or something for decor, but what I actually use this for is this is where I dump my eraser juices in when I don't want to get up and down to the garbage, and then I'll just dump this at the end of my coloring experience, except apparently there's still some goodies in there now. Of course, so close to the end and I get a phone call, we get interrupted. But yes, I was saying I just use this and I dump all my little shavings in there until I'm ready to get up and go to the trash so I don't have to like interrupt myself all the time. I mostly use this Tagal sharpener. I found this on Amazon. It adjusts the tip length you're going to get, which I like because I usually keep my tips shorter instead of crazy long ones, but every once in a while you need a crazy long one. And then I also have this sharpener in here, and this was actually, I think, originally just a makeup sharpener for eyeliners and things like that. But I like to use this when I have tiny little nibs left that won't fit in here, because the actual sharpening thing is a lot farther back in here. So sometimes this just does the job for me. So I keep those both in there. I also have some Q-tips that I use with those pastels. And these are like sky colors and ground colors, so I've kept them for now in case I can use them again. I just shove those in there. And I have my Derwent eraser. It's an electric eraser. Honestly, I don't know how much this actually does, but I've bought it, so I keep it around and I use it whenever I think it will work for me. Then I have a random wristlet maker, so if you clip this onto a purse, then it's a wristlet. I have some glue, which is more for scrapbooking, and I have a bunch of this. I don't think they sell these anymore, but I got these again as a gift. The multicultural color pencils from Crayola. Ooh, so it's this, I guess what they think is skin tones and hair tones, but again for Disney. And then I have a bunch of skin and hair tones for my Disney books. These are all, I want to say, Faber-Castell Polychromos that I wanted to test out, and there was a deal that if I think you bought 6, you got them for cheaper. The last one is a blue that I keep somewhere else. So I have all that, and then I have some post-it notes that I use to mark my pages every month. So there's that. Ugh, one more thing. Well, I don't want to stop again. I actually have a little bucket. Let's see if I can reach it. I'm sorry if this is making lots of noise. Ahaha! I have this tiny little bucket. And in the bucket are prompts for different challenges. So if you've watched my videos before, my color and chats, I like to do challenges from my challenge chalice. So maybe I'll start doing those again. You should keep an eye out for that. But the ones I already did, I just keep in this bucket until I'm ready to shuffle them back in, because I don't necessarily want to repeat them right in a row. So there's that. There's a video for this already that I'm going to attempt to link. I'm trying to get better at doing YouTube overall, so hopefully there'll be like a little card in the corner of me linking that. Whew! Oh, the last thing in the top that I did want to show you is my color charts book. This is the color collection, the Yasmin Eldahan. This was from Amazon, as usual, where all my stuff comes from. And there's different versions of this now that do different things, but this one is just pages and pages of color chart pages. So, yeah. So what I've done is I've put what it is and the case order, I guess, for the date. I don't always put the date because I don't necessarily need to, or I'll just put the date I made the entry just for my own benefit. But I put my swatches in the order they are in the pencil cases. So for instance, this is one page of that Prismacolor pencil case. And then I skipped the rest of the row because this is the next page of the pencil case. Still, there's all of that, which we saw. I actually never even finished that. There's all the space to do the grays. Yikes. There's the Inktense. There's my Color It gel pens. See how much they sparkle? I love it. My Cali Art markers. And the Tombow. I left a page in case I get any more. My Crayola dual tip, since they had names. Those pearl ones. See, I just tried to like letter them, but I don't know if that was worth it. Color It brush pens. And that's it for now. So I have a lot of space to go. And what I do, and why I wanted to show you this again, is right now I've been using my Cali Arts a lot. So I actually take a binder clip and clip open the Cali Art marker page So when I'm going to work in here, it's already open to that page, and that's really useful for me. So there's my tip for that. So thank you for watching this, what turned out to be incredibly long video. I hope you enjoyed it, and stick around and subscribe, and I'll come out with some more videos soon that will hopefully be better edited and fancier. So love you. See you guys later. Bye.